أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين واللعنة على أعدائهم من الآن إلى يوم الدين أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد والفرقان الحميد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما صدق الله العلي العظيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, I hope everyone is well. And can everyone hear me as well?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Right.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. So where have we reached in the lesson? So we're on lesson number 5, what I remember. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So we did lesson number 4, we was in lesson number 5, and then I went on a tangent, and then the verbs. So alhamdulillah, the verbs, everyone knows them very well. And then inshallah, the next sets of verbs will be taught in book 2. So lesson number 5, let me start. Ad-darsul khamisu, the 5th lesson. Now the 5th lesson, all of this lesson is about teaching you a new concept called mudaf and mudaf ilayh. So mudaf ilayh, in English it's called annexed noun. So you have 2 parts of this sentence. You have the mudaf, and the second part is called mudaf ilayh. So you have one thing which is being possessed, and then you have the second part which is a possessor. For example, in Arabic we say kitabullahi. Kitabullahi, Allah's book. So the book is the possession of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We call it kitabullahi. And the noun which comes in the second part of the sentence, it gets a kasra. Now, before I start the lesson, I think it's always good that we read the points to remember. Read the point to remember, it gives a highlight and it gives us information about the lesson itself, what the lesson is about. So I'll ask Sister Mehtab to come on the mic and read the points to remember, and then I'll explain if anyone doesn't understand, inshallah.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum.
Sister Mehtab, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Yes, I can.
In this lesson, we will learn the following. 1. Bilal's book, Kitabu Bilalin. The Imam's house, Baitul Imami. In Kitabu Bilalin, the first word is a thing possessed. It is called mudaf. The second word, Bilalin, is the possessor. It is called mudaf ilayhi.
So first of all, we have 2 nouns, and the first noun is called mudaf. So it's called the possessed, and then Bilalin is the possessor, which is called the mudaf ilayh. Now, these 2 points, which you're going to read, they are very important. These are the criteria to how to make mudaf and mudaf ilayh. Bismillah.
Note A, that the mudaf takes neither the definite nor the indefinite article. So it is wrong to say kitabun bilalin or al-kitabu bilalin. The mudaf is definite by position and does not need the definite article.
Right, okay, so what it's trying to say here is this. Let me explain. So you have, when you make mudaf ilayh, so you can either have kitabu bilalin. So originally, as I taught you before, that I said every noun, when it's without alif lam, its default position is a dhamma tanween, indefinite. So we read kitabun. However, when it comes into a relationship of mudaf and mudaf ilayh, you cannot say kitabun bilalin. So what happens is that the mudaf itself will neither come with a dhamma tanween or neither come with a alif lam. So al-kitabu. Why? Because it says here the mudaf is definite by position. So anything which comes in a relationship of mudaf ilay, it itself is sufficient to make the noun a proper noun. So you don't need to add alif lam or neither have the tanween there. So it would be just with one dhamma, kitabu. And the second noun comes with it. As long as the second noun comes without alif lam, it will be read with kasra tanween. And the other point is that if, for instance, the second noun comes with alif lam, then the second noun will be recited with one kasra. So the mudaf ilayh can either come with kasra tanween or a kasra. But the first part of the noun, it does not receive tanween. Does not receive
Tanween.
Alif Lam or Tanween.
alif lam or tanween, exactly. However, this, remember this point. This book doesn't mention this, but I'm going to mention this now so that you remember. Write this point down. Now the other point is that this itself, this mudaf can come with a fatha, kasra, or a dhamma, depending upon where it's located. So, for example, if it was located after a verb, so the verb, what's the verb to read? Anyone? Does anyone remember from that sheet?
Qara'a.
Asanti. Qara'a means he read. Okay. Now, how do you say I read?
Qara'tu.
Qara'tu. Excellent. Is this Samina? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So qara'tu. So qara'tu means who did the reading?
Me.
I. Excellent. So when you do the reading itself, you need an object. So in the Arabic language, you write this point down. In the Arabic language, every object of a verb is in the state of, I'm going to write this down in the chat box so that everyone knows how to spell it. The word is mansoob.
Means you're saying the maf'ul is mansoob?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So every object of a verb is always in the accusative case, meaning mansoob. So if it means that it comes mansoob, meaning you could write this down, i.e. fatah or fatah tanween. One fatah or fatah tanween. So if I said, I read book of, so the word kitabullahi is a word without a construction of a sentence. So kitabullahi is mudaf ilay. So Sister Mehtab, if I said to you now, I read the book, I read Allah's book, Sister Mehtab. So as I said to you, kitabullahi is with a dhamma, but when it comes as an object for a verb, it will get a fatha because, as we know, that mudaf never gets a tanween. So how would you read this sentence? I read Allah's book.
What's the red verb?
Qara'tu.
Okay. So qara'tu kitabullahi.
No, I said it gets a fatha.
Qara'ta kitabullahi.
Qara'tu kitaballahi.
Okay. Qara'tu kitaballahi.
So the word kitab, originally I said, when the mudaf it comes as in a normal sentence, meaning in a beginning of a sentence, then it's kitabullahi. But if it comes as an object, then it will get a kasra, a fatha. Is that clear? So I've sent you the chat box. You can read it as well.
I don't see it in the chat box.
Sorry, the chat box meaning the WhatsApp page.
Oh, okay.
So
right.
it's easier there because everyone's got it there.
So the verb before that noun will make that object mansub.
Sorry, what was that, sister?
If the verb comes before the noun,
If the
means
verb,
muzaf. If the verb come before muzaf, that will make muzafun ilay mansub.
not the mudaf ilay, the mudaf itself mansub.
Uh-huh. Yeah, okay, that's
Yeah.
right.
So here in the verb in this sentence, qara'tu kitab Allahi. So I am the one who is doing the action of reading, and the thing which you're reading is Allah's book. So that's the reason why it's kitab Allahi. The word kitab is getting a fatah. And I'll give you another example. Um, what is the word for hand? What was the word?
Yad, yadu,
Yadun.
yadun.
Yadun. Okay. So if I said okay, my hand is on the book of Allah. So how do you say my hand?
Yadi,
So we will say yadi.
my hand.
What is the word?
Alal,
Yes, Allah. And
alal, alal kitab Allahi.
Allah now Allah is coming. Now now Allah, what does Allah do?
Make the, okay. Allah,
What does Allah do?
yadi. Allah will make that, the other word after that, make it majroor.
It's a hurfijar, so maybe it's if the hurfijar become in front of the noun, so noun become the majroor.
No. We're saying here. So here, so what's happening here now is that. Give me one second. Let me send it in the chat in the group, so that you can see the text clearly. Because I know some people may be struggling with Arabic, so I'm going to send it across. So when yadi means my hand is on Allah's book. Okay, so yadi is my hand. Then Allah is harf jar, is a preposition, and as we know that whenever a preposition comes, the noun which comes after a preposition is in the state of
Kasra.
kasra, meaning
Kasra.
majroor.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, kasra or the genitive case. Okay. So now the word kitabullahi, which is original state. So every mudaf ilayh will be read kitabullahi or kitabu bilalin. But if it comes after a verb as an object, then it gets a fatha, the mudaf. And if the mudaf ilayh comes after a harf jar, the first part, the first mudaf will get a kasra. So become yadi. Can you read it, anyone from the WhatsApp group?
Yadi
Yadi.
alayhi kitabillahi.
Correct. Yadi ala kitabillahi. So you see here, my hand is on Allah's book. So the word kitab is getting a kasra now. Is that clear now for everyone?
Yes.
Salam.
Need more practice though.
Okay, no problem. No problem. So inshallah, this will be practice makes perfect, but just need to make you remember this point. And inshallah, when we do this lesson, I'll mention this point, I'll highlight this point as many times as possible. Sister Mehtab, can you continue now, please?
So
The mudaf.
the mudaf ilayhi is in the genitive case. It can have tanween as in the first example or al as in the second example. Baytu bilalin, bilalun. Baytu imami, al imamu.
Correct. So what's happening here? Tell me, what do you mean that al can be added to the mudaf ilayh? Can you explain to me, sister?
Okay. So in the first case where you have Baytu bilalin, when you have the subject, the
mudaf,
tanween gets the dhamma tanween gets dropped to become kasra tanween.
Correct. And when the mudaf ilay comes to alif lam, what happens then?
It's no more a tanween, it becomes a kasra.
So examples, please.
So here we have, instead of baytu, when we have baytul imami, because we have alif lam, the meme gets a kasra.
Okay, so if imam came without alif lam, how would we read it?
If imam came without alif lam, it would be a meme.
So can you read? How would it be, sister? I didn't catch that. Baytu.
Okay. If
How would it
imam,
be? Baytu.
baytu imamin.
Excellent, excellent. And if the word Bilal had alif lam, how would that be then recited? At the moment, it's Baytu Bilalin, but if it's Baytu al Bilal, so how would it be then?
Baytu al-bilali.
Excellent, excellent. So right, can you choose the next student to come on the mic?
Okay. What's it? Sister. Let's see. Sister Shaz.
Sister Shaz, she will not. She will be listening today.
Okay. Brother Johar Nakwi.
Johanna again will be listening because he's not well at the moment.
Okay. So Sister Perveen.
Sister Parveen. Sister Parveen.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Kitabu man.
Kitabu man, whose book.
Mhm.
Not that man is not in the genitive case because it is a
Indeclinable.
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 Zainab.
So
Okay, sorry.
it does not change.
It does not change, i.e., it does not change to in case the faction there are some
Indeclinable.
indeclinable nouns in Arabic which remain unchanged.
Correct. Ahsanti. So the word man, it always comes, regardless it should get a kasra as being mudaf ilay, it doesn't get the kasra because this noun, it doesn't change. It's a solid noun which doesn't change regardless of where it comes.
Okay.
Bismillah. Number 8.
Alal maktab al mudarrisi. Note that maktab in the genitive case because of preposition ala in and al mudarrisi is in the genitive case because it is a mudafa alay.
Correct. Is that clear now? So it's trying to note that maktab, so the first mudaf, and al-mudarris mudaf ilay. So is in the genitive case because of ala. So ala is coming from maktab, it gets a kasra.
Okay.
Because of ala. And even though maktab bil mudarris is still remains mudaf ilay.
Okay.
And then the final point is this one here, and then inshallah we will read the lesson. The
Tahta. Under the noun falling tahta is in the genitive because it is the mudafu alay tahta al-kitabi, tahta al-maktabi.
Excellent. So the words after tahta is an adverb. So whatever comes after it is always mudaf and mudaf ilay. And tahta always gets a fatha. Tahta and tahta. Okay?
Tahta. Okay.
Brilliant. Jazakallah, sister. Okay, now I'm going to ask who is here today? Let's see. No Aliza today. Sister Samina Himani, can you come on the mic, please?
Okay.
Ad-Darsul Khamisu. So Ad-Darsul Khamisu, what I'll do, I'll read this lesson first, and then I would like you to repeat this, okay? So that at least everyone gets the understanding. So give me 2 minutes, I'll read it, and then I'll bring you on the mic. So here, it says Sa'idun. So Sa'idun, and the alif here with the Hamza, it means question, is. So here, Kitabu Muhammadin, it's mudaf and mudaf ilay. And as we explained before, originally was kitabun. Because it has become mudaf, it only gets one dhamma. So kitabu Muhammadin, hada ya Yasiru. So hada means this, ya means oh, Yasir means Yasir. So is this oh Yasir? So is this oh Yasir Muhammad's book? So is this?
Or we can say, is this Muhammad's book, O Yasir?
No, so normally when we call someone, we call them first, and then we talk about anything else. Oh
Or,
Yasir,
oh Yasir, is this Muhammad's book?
yeah. Oh Yasir, is this Muhammad's book? Yasir replies, La, hada kitabu Muhammadin. So again, mudaf mudaf ilayh. No, this is book of Hamid. So here, hada kitabu Muhammadin. This is. So this is hada is mubtada, the subject. Kitabu Muhammadin is mudaf and mudaf ilay, and it is the khabar, the predicate, the khabar of hada. So no, this is book of Hamid. Then Sa'id, Aina kitabu Muhammadin. Where is book of Muhammad? Yasir. And also remember, mudaf mudaf ilay. Normally, when you translate in English, it has the word of between the two because it's a possession, a house of Muhammad, house of Ali. Okay, so that's a really important factor which allows you to understand where there's mudaf mudaf ilay. Yasir, huwa tahta al-maktabi hunaka. Now, as you remember in the previous lesson, in the Arabic language, we don't have it, so it uses the pronouns to refer to the nouns. If the noun is masculine, we use huwa. If the noun is feminine, we use hiya. And it will be translated rather than he, it. It is under the desk. Huna means here, hunaka means there. Sa'id, Aina daftaru Ammarin. Again, mudaf, mudaf ilay. Where is the notebook of Ammar? Yasir replies, Huwa ala maktabil mudarrisi. It is underneath the teacher's desk or desk of the teacher. Now you see here, ala is coming before maktab and it gets a kasra. And it's mudaf. Al-mudarrisi is getting the kasra because the ruling is that the mudaf ilay is always in the genitive case. In the case of majroor. Continue. Sa'id. Kalamun man.
Excuse me.
Yes.
If there wasn't any Allah over there, so
Yep.
it would be Maktabul Mudarrisi. True?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Is that clear? So huwa maktabul mudarrisi, if Allah wasn't there, that is correct. Then we have kalamu man. Hada ya Ali. So kalamu man, as we have spoken before, that man is mudaf ilay. And that's the reason why it is not getting the kasra tanween, because man is those nouns which does not accept any harakat. It remains as it comes. So whose pen is this, O Ali? Or you can say, O Ali, whose pen is this? Hada kalamul mudarrisi. This is the teacher's pen or pen of the teacher. Sa'id, Aina hakibatul mudarrisi. Where is the bag of the teacher? Bag is feminine because hakibatun is the mudaf. So that governs whether the noun, the preposition, so the pronoun which we use, whether it's going to be huwa and hiya. So always the mudaf determines whether we use huwa or hiya. So hakibatun is feminine. We use hiya. Taht al-maktab. It is underneath the desk. So Sister Praveen, sorry, not Praveen, Sister Samina, Bismillah. Read the lesson and I'll be back in 2 minutes as well. Bismillah.
Okay. Saeed. Kitabu Muhammadin Haza ya Yasir. Is this Muhammad's book? O Yasir, is this Muhammad's book? And Yasir replies, La, Haza Kitabu Hamidin. Saeed, Aina Kitabu Muhammadin. Saeed is asking, is this Muhammad's book? No. Where is Muhammad's book? Yasir replies, Huwa tahtal maktabi hunaka. It's under the table over there. Saeed, Aina daftaru Ammarin. Where is Ammar's notebook? Yasir, Huwa ala maktabil mudarrisi. It's on the teacher's table. Saeed, Kalumu man haza ya Ali. Oh Ali, where is
The pen.
Where is the pen? Thank you. Ali replies, Haza kalamul. No, whose pen is this, Ya Ali? Ya Ali, whose pen is this? Ali replies, Haza kalamul mudarrisi. This is teacher's pen. Saeed, Aina hakibatul mudarrisi. Where is teacher's bag? Ali replies, Hiya tahtal maktabi. It's under the table.
Excellent. Can I have one more student to come on the mic? So, Samina, can you choose the next student?
Syed Abbas Kazmi.
Say the boss, Kazmi, Bismillah.
Saeed. Aktebo Muhammadin Haza Yasero.
No,
Oh, yes.
No, say it. Akitabu Muhammadin. Akitabu.
Haza Akitabo Muhammadin Haza Yasero.
Ya Yasiru.
Ya Yasero. Oh, Yasir, where is Muhammad's book?
No. Means is. Oh, Yasir.
Is this Muhammad's book?
Yeah.
Oh, Yasir. Yasir, La Haza Kitabo Hamidun. No, this is Hamid's book.
La Hada Kitabu Hamidin.
Hamidin, sorry, yeah, Hamidin. No, this is Hamid's book. Saeed, Aina Kitabu Muhammadin. Where is Muhammad's book? Yasir, Huwa Tahtul Maktib Hunaka. It is here under the desk.
No.
Under that desk.
No, it is there.
It is there under the desk.
And
It is there under the desk.
Yeah. So tahtal. Remember, it's got the fatha.
It's got the fatha tahtal.
Maktabi. Tahtal.
Maktabi Hunaka.
Excellent. Next one.
Saeed, Aina Daftaro Amirin. Ammarin. Where is
Notebook.
Ammar's notebook?
Correct.
Yasir, Huwa ala Maktabil Mudarrisi.
Excellent.
It is on top of the desk. Teacher's desk.
On the top of the teacher's desk. Excellent.
Saeed, Kalamo min haza ya Aliyo.
Kalamu man hada.
Man haza. Kalamo man haza ya Aliyo. Oh Ali, where is the pen?
No, whose pen is this?
Sorry, whose pen is this? Haza kalamul mudarrasi. This is the teacher. Mudarrisi. This is the teacher's pen.
Excellent.
Aina Hakikato Mudarrasi. Is this the teacher's bag?
No, Aina means where.
Where is the teacher's bag?
Right.
Hiya tahtul maktabi.
Tahtal
Maktabi. It is here under the desk.
And Hakibatul Mudarrisi.
Sorry, say that again. Hakibatul Mudarrasi.
Excellent.
Hakibatul Mudarrasi.
Excellent.
Hakibatul Mudarrasi.
Yes, Sister Mehta, Bismillah, you got a question?
Yes. So the lesson that we just went over on the points to remember, is it possible to quickly, just very shortly summarize those rules in the lesson that we just read?
Yes, that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to implement what we have studied already on this, and I'll go through it again. Okay, now here, so mudaf, mudaf ilay are two nouns. So mudaf is called the possessed, and the mudaf ilay is called the possessor. So, for example, originally, if the word kitab came, we would normally read kitabun and muhammadun. But when it comes in a relationship of possession, then we would read the first noun with one dhamma instead of a dhamma tanween. So a dhamma tanween would be erased and it would become kitabo. And then the second noun originally was muhammadun, but once it becomes mudaf ilay, it will be read muhammadin. Okay, that's that. Then the other alternative you have is this one over here, kalamul mudarrisi. So here as we have mentioned, that anything which comes in the first position of mudaf, mudaf ilay, it is definite in its position. So we do not require alif lam. So just the a dhamma or a fatha or a kasra, it can come depending upon where it's situated. And the second part, which is the mudaf ilay, the possessor, it can come with alif lam, al-mudarrisi. So either can come with a kasra tanween, kitabu Muhammadin, or if it has alif lam, it will be with one kasra, qalamul mudarrisi. Number two. Number three, it also mentioned the word tahta, which means underneath, or fawqa, which means above. Whenever these adverbs come, the noun which comes after is always in the genitive case, meaning getting a kasra or a tanween, depending upon, but always in the genitive. So it always is mudaf and mudaf ilay. Is that clear for you now? Is that clear for
Yes,
everyone?
thank you very much.
Okay, next page. Okay. I want, Mr. Bitab, can you come on the mic, please?
Yes, here I am.
Aina kitabu.
Okay.
Answer the following questions.
أين كتاب محمد؟
So I want to say Muhammad's book is on the page.
أين كتاب محمد؟
So what do you say? The book of Muhammad is on the desk.
Okay, Muhammad. Okay. كتاب كتاب محمد على المكتب.
Excellent.
Okay, yeah.
Or you could say, if you want to say it is on the desk, how would you say that? Huwa, as you said,
على المكتب.
Huwa al maktabi. So you can use either the mudaf, mudaf ilay again, or you can use the pronoun, the actual pronoun instead. Huwa al maktabi. Excellent. Next one. Aina.
أين كتاب عمار? So هو كتاب هو تحت المكتب.
No, I want to change it. It is in the kitchen.
هو okay. في مطبخ.
في المطبخ.
في المطبخ.
Excellent. And now I want you to say it is in the mosque.
هو عند المسجد.
No, in the means beside or at. I want you to say in the mosque.
هو في المسجد.
Excellent. Next one.
أين حقيبة المدرس؟
Translation.
Okay, so على الكتاب على المكتب.
I want to say it's on the bed.
هو
No,
على
one second. Remember what I said as well. So the mudaf, mudaf ilay, if it's going to use the pronoun huwa or hiya, look at the first part, the mudaf. If the first part comes with a masculine, then it's masculine. But if the first part comes with a ta marbuta, then you use a female pronoun, which is hiya.
Here. Okay. You said I should say it is on the?
It is on the bed.
Okay. Here على السرير.
Excellent. So what I want you to do, I want you to read two of these examples, and then I want you to choose the next student to come on the mic. So I'll explain what's happening here. So the first column is giving you an example of two nouns, kitabun and muhammadun, before making in a relationship of mudaf, mudaf ilay. So when it becomes...
excuse me.
Yes.
Why it didn't convert it into sarirati? Because here came?
Sorry?
Because the here came, why the sarirati didn't come?
No, it shouldn't be sarirati. It should be ala sariri. It remains the same. So it's just mahtab. Yes, I didn't catch that. Sorry, you're right. It's haliya hiya ala sariri. There's no need to bring a ta marbuta. It's only the pronoun which is referring to the actual bag of the teacher needs to be feminine, not the object, not the actual. Not actually the noun itself or the object. That remains as it is. So
only the pronoun is going to change.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
That's right. So because some car like sayaratun can belong to a male and can belong to a female. It doesn't mean the gender doesn't change. The only thing we need to remember, it's only the word which refers to these nouns. They have to align and be according to the gender itself. So those nouns which are masculine remain masculine. Those nouns which are feminine remain feminine. So it doesn't change when you want to refer to them. So over here now, Kitabun and Muhammadun, both of them are examples of both the second part not having alif lam. So over here, it's having alif lam mudaf ilay. As you know, that the mudaf ilay qualifies to either have a kasra tanween or a kasra as long as there's alif lam. Is that clear, Sister Mehtab? And Sayyid Kazimi, Sister Butul Andani, is that clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I want you to read two examples. I want you to read the first example and then do one example underneath and then ask. Then I would like to ask every student to come on the mic, those who can. So do two examples each. So I want you to do two examples, Mehtab, and then some other students go and read the first example. Bismillah. This is the sample. Let's read the sample. Kitabun.
كتاب محمد كتاب محمد مكتب المدرس مكتب المدرس.
So now what I want you to do, I want you to change them, the harakat, and explain to me why you have changed the harakat.
Okay. So حامد قلم.
No. So no, you're not Hamid. No, these. So it's not Hamid belongs to the qalam. It's the pen belongs to Hamid.
Okay.
So
So
the way they are structured, you can leave them as they are. So only thing you need to do is change, like as you see, Kitabun and Muhammadun becomes Kitabu Muhammadin. Maktab and Al-Mudarris becomes Maktabul Mudarrisi. So the structure of the nouns, whether it's the first noun or the second noun, remains the same. It's only the harakat which change. So become Kalamun and Muhammadun becomes what?
Hamidun becomes Hamidin.
So what will be the whole sentence?
So قلم حامد.
Correct. Next one.
okay. مفتاح البيت.
Excellent. And the next example.
Okay. بيت عباس. And then دكان تاجر.
Excellent. Dukanu Tajiri. Can you choose the next student to come on the mic? Is it clear now for you?
Yeah. Yes. Jazakallah. Sister Pervin.
Yes. غرفة علي بيت المهندس دفتر سعيدي
Daftaru.
دفتر سعيدي.
So here in this part, it gets kasra tanween. So Muhammadin. So only when there's alif lam, it only gets one kasra. So it should be daftaru.
سعيدي.
No, kasra tanween I said.
كسرة تنوين.
Muhammadin.
محمد دفتر سعيد.
Daftaru Sa'idin. Excellent.
اسم ولدي.
So no ismun. The dhamma tanween is dropped.
اسم. Yeah, the tanween. Yeah.
So it becomes what?
اسم ولد.
Dhamma tanween is dropped, sister, and it's only one dhamma, like maktabul mudarrisi. So originally it was maktabun, but when it's mudaf ilay, then the ismun is dropped. It becomes ismu.
اسم. Then what tanween drop? اسم الولد.
Ismul waladi. Excellent. You got
Yeah.
it.
اسم الولد. Yeah.
And ghurfatu.
علي.
Excellent. And baytu.
بيت المهندس.
Excellent. MashaAllah. Very good. Can you choose the next student to come on the mic?
Samina Amani. Samina Amani? Sister Samina?
Okay. Okay. Daftarus Saidin Ismul Waladi Mindilu Yasirin Kitabullahi.
Excellent. Next student, next, and the next example. Kamiso.
Should I read the next?
Yeah.
Okay. Where did it go? Kamiso Amarin bin Tabibi. Bint Tabibi.
Bintu
Sari.
Tabibi.
Yeah,
That's
Bint
excellent. Can you
Tabibi.
Excellent. Can you choose the next students come on the mic now, please?
Sister Batul.
Yes, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Sayri Khalidu Miftahun
Sariro Khalid. Sariro. No, Sister Batul. Sariro
Khalid
Khalidin. Kasra Tanween.
yeah, Sariru Khalidin Miftahul
Sayyarati.
Sayyarati. Can I repeat again?
Excellent. Yes.
Sariru Khalidin Miftahul Sayyaratin. Sayyarati.
Sayyarati. Excellent.
Kalamu Hamidi
No, Kalamu Hamidin.
Hamidin Kalamu Hamidin Miftahul Baiti.
Miftah Baiti. Excellent. Miftahul Baiti. Hul Baiti. Whenever there's alif lam, there's no kasra tanween. There's only one kasra. Miftahul Baiti.
Miftahul Baiti.
Excellent. Let me change the page over. Sister Batul, I want you to do this exercise as well. So this exercise here, Batul, it wants you to give the harakat of the mudaf ilay correctly. So some of them, it'll be the normal basic original harakat, and when fi comes, then the mudaf harakat changes. As we know, when fi comes is harf jar, and the noun which comes after harf jar, it is majroor. So let's start from Bab al-Madrasa. Read the harakat correctly, please. Bismillah.
Babil Madrasati.
No, not Babe. Bab should be, what is the
Babul.
correct? What is it?
Madrasati.
Babul Madrasa.
Madrasati.
Excellent. Babul Madrasati. Translation, please.
Madrasati means school.
Madrasa means school. Bab means door. So translation will be
the school door.
the school door, or you could say the entrance of the school.
Okay.
Next one.
Himaral.
No. Always remember, Batul, whenever these mudaf comes and there's no noun, no verb, or a preposition comes, it's always read with a dhamma. Himaro.
Himaru, okay. Himaru al-rajuli. Himaru al-rajuli. Am I right, Sheikh?
Yes, himaru rajuli, yes.
Baitul Hamidi, Baitul Hamid,
Hamid,
Baitu Hamid, Hamidi,
hamidin.
Hamidin, Baitul Hamidin. Sayaratul Mundiri,
Sayaratul mudiri.
Sayaratul Mudiri.
Mudiri. Excellent.
Min baitu
No,
min
mindilo.
baitil
Mindilo.
min baitil
No, no, so no, this one here says the second line. Mindilo.
oh yeah mindilul amari
Mindilo amarin.
amarin mindilu amarin
Correct?
ismul
Remember, as I said to yourself, all nouns, when
yeah,
when they do not come before a verb or a harf jar, they're always read with a dhamma. Ismut.
ismut talib
Ismut talibi.
talibin talibin
A talibi. So alif lam is there. So when it's alif lam, it only gets one kasra. Ismut talibi.
ismut talibi
Excellent. Next one.
baitullahi
Excellent.
fi kitabullahi
No, fi is coming.
fi kitabillahi
Ahsanti, mashallah. Excellent.
min baitul mudarrasi
Same thing. Min is coming. Min is preposition, means from. So min changes the harakat of the ta. Becomes?
min baitul
What was fi do? You read fi kitabillahi. Same thing again. Min bayt.
min baitil mudarrasi
Repeat it again.
bait min baitil mudarrasi
Excellent. Correct. Same thing over here again. Allah is coming. Harf jar.
alai maktabil mudarrisi
No, it's the manager. Maktabil.
maktabil mudarrisin
Mudarrisi would be correct. But here it's mudiri.
mudir oh sorry alal
Allah.
ala
Yep.
maktabil mudiru
Mudiri.
right?
Yeah, mudiri. Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Mashallah.
Sorry for this, really.
No, it's fine. Because it's fresh lesson, so it's understandable. Yes, Sister Mehtab, you got a question to ask.
So in that same exercise we're reading where it says Baitullahi,
Yep.
because Allah is a name, why doesn't it get a tanween like any other name?
So because Baytullahi, that's alif lam with Allah. The name of Allah originally is ilah. La ilaha. La ilaha. In the kalma, you have la ilaha. So ilah is the name of Allah. But we have alif lam with Allah. Allah becomes Allahu.
Okay.
Is that clear now? So this alif lam is attached to the name of Allah and it becomes Allah. Ilah means God and Allah means the God. Is that clear?
Yes. So if okay.
So
Okay, I understand. Yeah, that makes it perfect. Thank you so much.
So that's the reason why we read Baytullah instead of Baytullahin, because there's alif lam with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Jazakallah Shaykh.
Okay, can I have next on the mic? Who's going to come next on the mic? I think let's have Sayyid Kazmi, because you missed last week's lesson as well. And then once Sayyid Kazmi has done that, then I will ask Sister Mehtab to read 1 to 5, and then Sister Samina to read 1 to 6 to Sister Mihdab, and then 6, 7 to 12, 6 to 12. So 1 to 6, Sister Mihdab, and 6 to 7 to 12, Sister Samina. Bismillah. Sayyid Muhammad Kazmi, Sayyid Kazmi. Sayyid Abbas Kazmi, I want you to read the same exercise which Batul Andani read.
No problem. Babul Madrasati.
Correct.
Himarul Rajuli. Baytul Hamidin. Sayaratul Mudiri. Mindilun Amarin. Ismul Talib. Baytullah fi kitabillahi. Min baytul mudarrasi. Ala maktabul mudiri. Am I reading the next one down as well? I think the sister's reading next one.
Yeah. Okay, Ikra. 1. أين بيت المدرس؟ هو بعيد. القرآن كتاب الله. الكعبة بيت الله. محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم رسول الله. خرج المدرس من غرفة المدير. هذا بيت حامد وذلك بيت خالد.
Are we meant to be doing this with translation or just reading it?
I'm not sure, but we can translate as we're waiting.
Yeah, Bismillah. What translate which one?
1, 2, and 3 they're doing now.
Sorry, I couldn't catch that. What was that?
They've done the 1, 2, and 3, not the list.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if you have to translate it as well or just read it.
That's fine. That's fine.
The
That's fine.
sisters doing it.
Yeah. So the Sister Mehtab, I want you to read from 1 to 6. 1 to 6 now.
Okay. أين بيت المدرس? Where is the house of the student?
No,
بعيد.
teacher.
The teacher. Where is the teacher's house? It is close. Al-Qur'anu Kitabullahi. The Quran is the book of Allah. Al-Ka'batu Baytullahi. The Kaaba is the house of Allah. Muhammadun sallallahu alayhi wasallam Rasulullahi. Muhammad, peace be upon him, is the messenger of Allah. Kharaj al-mudarrasu min ghurfatil mudir. The student left the teacher's house. هذا بيت حامد وذلك بيت خالد. This is Hamid's house and that is Khalid's house.
Excellent. Sister, right, what we'll do, Sister Parveen, can you come on the mic? Let's do 1 to 6 and then I get to Sister Samina as well. Sister Parveen, as I?
Yes.
Can you repeat from 1 to 6 and then Sister Samina will read it 7 to 12. 7 to 12, yeah. Bismillah.
أين بيت المدرس? Where is the teacher house? هو بعيد. It's far. القرآن كتاب الله. The Quran is Allah's book. الكعبة بيت الله. The Kaaba is Allah's house. Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Rasulullah. Muhammad is the sallallahu alayhi wa sallam messenger of Allah. خرج المدرس من غرفة المدير. And the teacher exit the teacher exit from the teacher exit from manager's room. هذا بيت حامد وذلك بيت خالد. This is Hamid's house and that is the Khalid house.
Excellent. That was very good. Mr. Samina?
Yes. Bismillah. Ibn Ammarin Talibun Wabno Yasirin Tajirun. Ammar's son is a student and Yasir's son is a merchant. Baytul Madarrisi Baidun wa Baytul Tajirin Tajiri Karibun. A house of teacher is far and house of merchant is near. Haza Miftahus Sayyarati Aina Miftahul Baiti. This is the key of the car. Where is the key of the house?
Excellent.
Man anta ya waladu. Man anta ya waladu. Who are you, O son? Is that right?
Yep.
Ana ibn Abbasin. I am son of Abbas. Wabno man huwa. And who is whose son is he? Huwa ibn Khalidin. He is the son of Khalid. Aina masjidi Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Where is the masjid of Rasulullah? Peace be upon him.
Excellent. Sayyid Abbas Qasmi, can you come?
Bismillah. From the top, yeah?
Yep. From 7 to 12.
7 to 12, yeah?
Excuse me, I have to leave. Is it okay if I leave?
Yeah, fine. That's perfectly fine, sister.
Okay, thank you. Khuda Hafiz.
I know Amarin Talibun. Wabana Yasirun Tajirun. Ammar's son is a student and Yasir's son is a merchant. Baytul Mudarrasi Ba'idan wa Baytul Tajiri Karibun. And the teacher's house is far and the merchant's house is near.
Excellent.
Haza Miftahu Sayarati Aina Miftahul Baiti. This is the car key. Where is the house key? Man anta ya waladun.
Ya walad.
Waladu. Who is this? No, whose son is this? Ana Ibn Abbas. He is son of Abbas. Wabno man huwa. And who is this son? No? Wabno.
Ya man anta ya walad. Oh, who are you? Oh boy, who are you?
Oh boy, who are you? Ana Ibn Abbasin. I am son of Abbas. Wabno man huwa. And who is this? Huwa Ibn Khalidin. And he is son of Khalid. Aina masjidu Rasulihi sallallahu alayhi wa sallama.
Aina masjid Rasul. Yeah, you're right.
And where is the Prophet's mosque? Peace be upon him. Huwa fil Madinati til Munawwarati. And it is in Madinah Munawwara. I think that's the last one.
Excellent. Excellent. Right. Right. The next remaining thing itself, we'll do next lesson. So what I want you to do now is to write where we have reached in Arabic, translate the lesson, and then inshallah from next lesson. Now I would like to push for another lesson because the only reason why I want yourselves to finish this lesson, and then next lesson I want to have a lesson on Sunday, if that's good with everyone. Sunday good with everyone or not?
No, is it this Sunday or next Sunday?
What So maybe next Sunday, would that be better for you, or next Saturday? So what we can do with this class, we'll next class on Wednesday, and then have the next class on Saturday or Sunday next week. What would be better?
Saturday will be fine. Next Saturday.
Saturday be fine.
Okay, that's fine. So inshallah, we will have class on Wednesday. Prepare yourselves, the lesson, and then I'll do lesson 5 and 6. And then on Saturday, we will do the revision of 5 and 6. And the following week, we will lesson number 7, then inshallah. Okay? So the reason why, because I've got students who are on lesson number 9, and I want you yourselves to catch up with them and join you as one class together. So that's the whole idea.
MashaAllah.
Well, there's other groups as well, so I just want to make this group join that group instead. So is that okay with everyone? So we have a class on Wednesday. I work on Saturdays and Sundays. Okay, I also need. Okay, no problem. Okay, that's fine. So inshallah, what we'll do, I'll try to keep a class then. We'll have it Wednesday and then discuss in class which other days are convenient or in the chat box itself. So I'm not going to finalize it because I think some students are working on the weekends. So we'll decide in the group then. Say the boss, can you my Faraj and end the session, please?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Allahumma kulli waliyyaka al-Hujjat ibn al-Hasan. Salawatuka alayhi wa ala abaihi. Fi hazi sa'ati wa fi kulli sa'a. Waliyan wa hafizan wa qa'idan wa nasiran wa dalilan wa aina. Hatta tuskina warzaka taw'a. Wa tamatti'ahu fiha tawila. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Ajil faraj. Jazakallah khair jazak. So iltimas dua, see yourself in normal time, 7:15 on Wednesday, inshallah, UK time.
Inshallah.
So if you do the homeworks, say I'm going to just send the actual recording in the chat box. Otherwise, it takes 12 hours. So I'm going to just send it in the actual chat box. So I would just want kindly someone to just post it in the group.
I'll just do it.